Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and today we are predicting the women's Money in the Bank. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. This one's a lot harder to predict to a certain extent. Last time I had set this up a lot better. We put this at top five in the match, and then we just put a big old no. Now, this is an old roster list, as you can probably see. It has not been updated since the release, so this thing will drastically get lower as we go along. And there's a lot of people injured here too, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So I feel like we'll get the six by default. First up, we got Alba Fire, currently in almost the only legitimate tag team left. I could definitely see putting Alma Fire in this match. I'm going to put her up there for the temporary, but I could see this changing. Next up is Alexa Bliss. We haven't seen her in forever. She's kind of the natural person to put in this match. I'll put her up in my top five for the time being. I'll put more than five right now and we'll dwindle it down. Obviously, there's going to probably be six women that make it into the match. So we're going to kind of go from there and see what happens. Asuka, I think, would be another good opportunity person to put in here. Again, I don't think she's going to be back yet. And even if she is, I don't think they're going to put her right into a ladder match. Next up is Bayley. It would be a perfect choice. I don't know how much she is written out for. I feel like she returns at Backlash to help Lyra either retain or accidentally cost Lyra. I could see kind of being a thing where something like that happens. BFAB, I think, will definitely be in the qualifying matches, but they seem to be putting her with Meacham as a tag team, so I think that could possibly derail this. So I'm going to put it in no. Depending on how Backlash goes, Becky Lynch could be in this match or not. I honestly feel that she's gonna win maybe that IC title, so I'm gonna put her in no here, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Next up is Bianca Belair. I feel like she's hard to like put somewhere. I'm gonna put her in this match, but the only reason why I think she's a little bit more difficult than some of the other women is that she's hurt, and I don't know how difficult that process is to come back. Is if it's like a really long injury, a couple weeks just to get her off TV, to give her a little bit of a break. Like, what is it necessarily? So I guess we'll see there. Candice LeRae, we have not seen. I'm surprised. Like, she hadn't been coming. She didn't come back with Nia Jax. I guess it would have not made the tag matches as much. But I'm gonna say no. Charlotte Flair could very possibly be there, but we haven't seen her since WrestleMania. I'm gonna put her in a tentative no. Chelsea Green, I think, would be another great person. She did really good last year. I'll put her up as an option. Not 100% sure. Unfortunately, Dakota Kai has been released, so I'm gonna have to go with no on there. Then we got the Pitbull, Ivy Nile. I think she'll have a qualifying match, but I don't think she's actually going to be in the match. Io Sky, current champion, and I think she'll still be champion at Money in the Bank, so I'm going to go with no. Jade Cargill, very good option to put into this match. She might be having a number one contender. Well, she has a number one contender match next Friday for Tiffany's title, so she could be possibly in that. Like, she might be having a match at Money in the Bank. I think it's going to be a Saturday night main event type of thing, but you never know. Kyrie Sane would be another person that's really good for this match. I don't think she's going to be back in time, so I'm going to go with no. KC2, unfortunately, also just got released. Cleani, James is still currently hurt. I don't think she's back quite yet. I've had heard reports that she should be back sooner than later, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Liv Morgan's currently filming a movie. I have a feeling that she's not going to be in anything active, and she's going to be the current tag champ, so I don't think they'll put her in that. Lyra Valkyrie, I think if she loses that IC title, is probably definitely in this match. Maxine Dupree is going to probably be a no. Meacham's going to probably be a no because of the tag thing. I'll put Naomi up there. I think that'd be a good option. Natalia hasn't really been used too much, so I'm going to go with no. Nia Jax, I'm going to put as a maybe, but I kind of don't think she's going to be there. Nikki Cross, this could probably be a no. Piper Niven, probably no. Piper Niven has a chance, but I don't think so. Raquel Rodriguez could possibly be used there, so I'll put her there just because her tag team partner is currently filming a movie. Rhea Ripley would be an amazing person to do this and have her have the belt or have her have the Money in the Bank, so we'll put her there. Shayna Baszler got released, unfortunately. Tiffany Stratton, current champion, don't think she loses it between here and there. Zelina Vega, current U.S. champion, probably does not lose it between here and there. And Zoe Stark has not been on TV, and her stablemates have been released. So don't think she is going to have that type of opportunity, at least right there. So now we got quite a few people up here. We can probably get rid of Alba Fire right off the bat. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I don't. This is a little early, so I'm gonna probably put Raquel back because I think she's just gonna probably not be on TV other than Judgment Day segments. I feel like Nia Jax will already have had a championship opportunity, so she maybe won't be there. And I think there's a good shot that Bianca's still hurt. So now we're dwindling it down. We have 7 women here. Honestly, this is a great field. I like with the men's video, you can kind of tell with the Raw and SmackDown thing. We got, SmackDown, 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 and then 3 Raw. So it's probably one of the SmackDown women that will be not in there. And I think it's obviously Alexa Bliss. So when we get down to it, we got our 6 right here, which honestly would be a phenomenal match. I would be happy to see these 6 women in here because each of them are just so great. I mean, Bayley is a great veteran presence that does really good ring work and makes everybody look pretty decent. We got Chelsea Green, who is a phenomenal seller in there. Naomi's heel character has just been chef's kiss. Jade's strength has just been amazing. I like Lyra a lot as a babyface, and I do believe she's setting up her for a really good heel run at some point because she's not going to be wanting to be stomped over and stuff. Plus, her with the money in the bank would be a little bit like, would she cash in on Becky to get her title back, or what would go there? There could be some interesting stuff. And then you got Rhea Ripley, who maybe would have to learn that responsibility of not, jumping at it and doing bad stuff, like because that's her whole thing. Like she didn't, she kind of was off the rails a little bit and immature, and that could cost her if she tries to use the money to bank too soon. But I honestly think it's going to be Rhea Ripley. I think it's a very smart choice to have such a big person with the money in the bank. It then allows her to be in that main event scene doing main event stuff without actually having to have title matches. And then when they feel like that she wants to cash in, she could easily do it. Again, I honestly think any of these 6 women up there would be a pretty good opportunity. I probably would say out of those 6, Chelsea Green has probably the least likely chance of winning it, but I think she'd be good for the match. I could also see Jade Cargill winning this because it would be kind of a cool storyline with her still trying to fend off Naomi too. So those are my predictions. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I think the women's Money in the Bank is a little bit harder to predict than the men's, mainly because I think the roster is so tight knit and there's so many stories going in and out right now that like it's hard to predict what it's going to be even from 5 weeks from now because there's a lot of stuff already going on and we don't know how those current storylines finish. But if you guys like these daily wrestling videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.